Hi,
Hi, Miss Aarti. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So, how's the day going?
It's been a busy day. I've been working with the team on various projects. So, yeah, it's always 24 by 7, quite hectic.
Alright, so let's begin with our interview. So, to all our viewers, Namaskar, Adab, Sastrikal. This is Akshata Jain here with Miss Aarti Koya, the CEO of the brand Ekam. Hi, Miss Aarti. I'm really very excited to be here with you. Let me give a short introduction for Miss Aarti Koya, who is the CEO of the brand Ekam, who completed her degree in financial market and started working with NSE. But soon, in 2019, she realized that she wants to create a brand by herself. And here she is with a brand named Ekam, which the brand which is used by the Indian families. To all our viewers, she's the independent woman, a boss lady who believes that hard work is the key to the success, who never settles for anything less than everything, who is always on the top of a game, a self-independent woman who knows what she wants from the world. So she's none other than Miss Aarti Koya. So, Miss Aarti Koya, I hope that you are excited here with us to join on Radio ADDA.
Yeah, first of all, thank you very much for this opportunity to reach out to your listeners and maybe, get them to know a little bit about Akam as well as myself. So, thank you for arranging this.
Thank you so much. Before we dive in, I just want to know, like our viewers are more interested to know your journey. What is Ekam and what is the vision of Ekam?
Yeah, so Ekam was set up with the objective or the mission to provide international quality products in fragrances, specifically personal fragrances, home fragrances, but also hopefully in the future personal care, which are of top quality, which can be, where is the kind of quality that you find in the US and Europe, which many of our customers, are always looking out for, but at a price point that is affordable, which is kept in mind the young Indian consumer, that will fit their pockets, their budgets. And that is why Ekam was set up, and that has been the vision and this mission of Ekam.
So, what was your primary motivation to start this business? How did you
I
started
think,
with?
yeah. So Ekam, just to give you a background, Ekam was set up as an independent entity in September 2020. We are a part of the Manipal group led by Gautam Pai. And we are also, or our sister companies, affiliate companies, are one of the largest exporters of home fragrances and also increasingly one of the largest contract manufacturers for personal care products abroad in the US, Europe, as well as in India now. And what we saw is a definite gap in the market of having quality products like that you find in the US or Europe that are not available to Indian customers here. And we have the manufacturing ability. Most importantly, we have the expertise, we have the access to suppliers, top quality suppliers. Like our fragrances are bought from the top French, Italian houses in Europe or in the US. We are able to see trends from these fragrance houses, which many of the luxury brands are get access to, but many of the brands in India are unable to access. So we wanted to tap into those capabilities, that expertise that we have in house, and launch a brand which, as I said, is of international quality, but at the same time suited to Indian tastes and Indian preferences and Indian budget.
That's an amazing thought. So, just tell me, is there any interesting story that happened with Ekam when you began?
Well, I mean, it's been a roller coaster, right? Like for any entrepreneur or for any young company or startup brand, it has been a roller coaster up and down. But I've been just amazed by the amount of love that we get from our customers on our Instagram page, or also on our website, in the reviews that they send, and sometimes even personal messages or DMs that we get. And one of the interesting story is, and we didn't realize it, we know we are making fragrances that will help people feel better about themselves, more confident, maybe even enhance their environment. But a lot of times the customers have come and told us very personal stories about how it has helped them get over their tough times, or for their how they've used it to get over depression or anxiety, or even if their therapists have recommended a product. So that I think is a great story for us, or that is a really you know stands for all that Ekam has been established for, right? Like to provide customers quality products that they enjoy.
Okay. Talking about the income, like, do you think that working woman has a role to play in the growth of economy? Like, if we compare India and China, one of the major differences that the majority of the women in China are working, and whereas in India, like in the suburb or the village area, still the women are not working like 100% of their potential. So, like, what are your thoughts, or what do you think on the same?
Well, I think first of all, I don't think it is fair to compare India and China in this regard directly. Primarily because, and I've spent 5 years in China, and I know, like I've seen that there are a lot more female workers in or females in the workforce over there at all levels. But I need to point out here that there is also a factor of their policy, right? They had the one-child policy for many decades. That means
Yes.
women have to enter the workforce, otherwise the economy will not run, which is not the case in India, which there is a more traditional family setup, especially in the smaller towns and in the villages. That situation is changing fast from 20 years back, where there were much fewer women in the workforce, with more and more people, females now entering the workforce, especially in the urban areas. And I think it is going to take a few generations. It's not going to happen overnight, but I'm confident that we are moving in the right direction. I think the benefits of seeing women participating in the economy is very clear, especially as inflation is rising, disposable incomes are increasing. Families see the benefit of educating their daughters, or traditional families seeing women entering the workforce as an added benefit to their family finances. And I think an independent woman who's especially financially independent women, I mean, women can be independent in various ways, but if you're financially independent, you also are in ability, or in a position to take decisions for your family, which maybe other women cannot. And mostly those are, and many studies have shown that women take more family oriented decisions, right? Like for the betterment of their children, to sending them to school for higher education, which will only benefit the society overall. But having said that, I also think a lot needs to be done still, from the government, from companies. Like, there is no question that it is tougher for women to remain in the workforce, especially after childbirth. And I think there needs to be more flexibility from companies. Like, I think COVID was a blessing. It opened up work from home environment, work culture for women, and that allows them to participate in the childbearing as well as participate in the economy. And I think more companies should do that. Ekam is definitely doing it. We are providing work from home facilities for many of our female employees. In some roles, you cannot do that. Like if you are working in a factory on the production line, you cannot work from home. But I think in marketing, in finance, in many areas, I think this has been a boon for women employees, and I hope more companies capitalize on that.
Definitely, yeah. So, like, being a woman in business, especially a female entrepreneur, is a tough work. So, like, there are more hurdles for a woman to jump over than men. So, like, did you face any hurdles in your journey, and how did you came over it?
Okay, so I would say that being an entrepreneur is difficult and a tough job, whether you're a woman or a male, because you have so many employees, so many stakeholders who are dependent on you to make the company successful or to lead the company to success. So I think in that respect, the challenges that women or male face are the same work-wise. But of course, attitudes differ, and luckily, I am of a generation where the attitudes are more open. When you're talking to suppliers or when you're talking to customers, many times there are other women in decision making power. So you are like, I'm working with so many women, especially in the marketing field, but even in platforms like MNCs like Amazon or Flipkart or Pepperfry or Urban Ladder, where we sell our products, there are so many women, and I'm proud to say that 50% of my employees are women. So I think it just participation of women in the workforce brings a new dimension, a new perspective, especially if you're a consumer brand. I think it just benefits you. So I wouldn't say I've faced any attitude problems or anything in particular as a women entrepreneur, but I've faced many challenges as an entrepreneur.
All right, more power to women. So, what you think, like, what kind of a person should be an entrepreneur? What are the qualities required for the same?
I think if you want to be an entrepreneur, you definitely need to have the capacity to take risk, because you're always working in an environment where there are uncertainties. You don't know what the future will be or what decisions you take, what impact they will have on the business or your employees or your customers or the market. So I think you do need to have some amount of risk capacity. And I think the second most important, I think the most important quality that entrepreneur needs to have is he needs to be detailed. He or she needs to be detail oriented, right? Like they really need to focus on the business in great detail. You can't rely, especially when you're a startup, you can't rely on someone else doing the job. And sometimes even your best of employees may need guidance, may need help, and you need to roll up your sleeves and step in.
Yeah, definitely. Like, what advice do you give to someone who is interested in starting their own business, or tips for the growing company?
I think the advice that I can give that has helped me is do your homework, study your market, understand your customer. Customer is king, and you need to understand what they need, at what price point they need, what kind of products they need. I'm talking from a perspective of a consumer brand. And
Yeah.
after that, you just need to believe in your dreams and take that leap.
Okay. So, like, strategies that you have used to grow your business to reach 7 figures in revenue. What are your strategies that you have used?
Very simple mantra for us, for Ekam, that I believe in is that product innovation, product quality, and customer experience. These are the three things that you have to focus on. So most of my time goes into ensuring that we deliver the best product to our customer, from the whether the trendiest fragrances or the trendiest packaging. The quality needs to be top notch. From the time the customer lands on our website to the time they order to the time they get the product, the whole experience should be wow. They should feel a great experience of feeling when they have purchased and they finally get the customer product in their hand. And I think if a company or an entrepreneur or a team focuses on this basics, your success is inevitable. Of course, there are always highs and downs. There are always problems in the market. Sometimes your distributor is not paying on time. Sometimes your digital marketing costs are going too high. But if your fundamentals are correct, you will have customers loving your product and coming back to purchase, which will always support your growth.
Speaking about your product, believe me, I never used the Ekam perfumes or the candles, but when I went through your profile and your all the brands and the products, believe me, I was like, oh my god, why did I miss this brand? And like, wow, and like it is such an affordable price. You're selling the products, and definitely seeing your packaging and your brand, I'm really very much impressed, and I will make sure that I use all your perfumes and your candles in the near future.
Yeah, we will
So,
send you a package to start you off, and hopefully through Radio ADDA and your live session, more customers come to know about us and our products and come and sample them, and hopefully
definitely, yes.
yeah.
Yes, definitely. And to all our viewers, believe me, this Ekam brand is just super awesome. Like, I just want to order a candle, which I saw in your profile, the cotton candy. I'm very much sure that this is going to be the best one.
Yes.
So I will order that one. And to all our viewers, just go now and check out the Ekam and order your products as soon as possible.
Yeah. I
So-
mean, if anyone is listening and is interested, do go and check out our candle range and a perfume range. They start as low as 200, 150 rupees. And my
It's very
personal
affordable.
favorite is like black tea and pomegranate in candle fragrance and high tea in London in the
Okay.
perfume fragrance. They are
Alright.
one of our best sellers, and if you are looking to purchase, then I recommend those two to you.
Okay, I will make sure I will buy this two products definitely. And being a person, like you are a person with an enormous influence, like if you could inspire a movement that would affect the mass, what would that be?
Okay, I think, and I'm a little bit socialist in my bent of mind, so I would say if there's one movement, I would say it is more equitable distribution of wealth, and that I don't mean like turning communist or something like that, but just ensuring more employment opportunities to a larger section of the society. So education, jobs, job training, anything that will generate employment for especially the lower income sections of the society, that will improve their life quality.
Amazing. So what is the best advice that you have ever received in your life, which was your turning point of your life?
Oh wow, okay. I mean, you have influenced by so many people in your life. Everyone is different person inspires you at different
Definitely.
point in time, but I think one of the best advice that I did get is that me being a woman is a strength, so not to lose that perspective, like, right, we don't need to be like harsh or try to prove ourselves by being rude to our employees, or sometimes we see our male bosses being a little too, like, I don't know, direct or not so kind in their words, and women typically don't behave like that, and there's no need for female bosses to even try to emulate, because our strengths are different. Our ability to take a team together and work towards a goal, it will ensure the success of our business and our teams.
So I'm sure that India have got the best female boss.
But I wouldn't go so far, but I think there are a lot of female bosses out there that I think we're going to hear more and more about now in the future.
Definitely, yes. So the other round for you was the rapid fire round. I hope that you are excited for that.
Oh wow, I'm a little nervous. I don't know if I'm prepared for that.
Don't be. It's very normal. So let's begin. So the first question is, one superpower you would like to have?
I think reading people's minds. If you can read that, I think I would build 1,000 crore business right now. So yeah.
You're already into that.
Try to, but I'm not successful. So definitely
You will be.
superpower that I
Definitely
get.
you will be. Your hard work is going to pay off. That's for sure.
Thank you.
And the second question, reason behind your success. You're already successful. I know you won't agree to that, but the reason behind your success.
Yeah, the path is long, but I think hard work. I keep telling my team, there will be many challenges, there will be many downs, there will be more downs than ups most of the time, but if you just keep plugging on, it's like if you're a trekker, if you keep, the only thing you're focused on is the next step to ensure you keep on climbing, and one day you're on the other side, but you cannot give up. You just have to put in the hours.
Yeah. So this is my favorite question. Like I adapt all these, all the things which comes from the person. Like the advice you would like to give to your younger self.
Oh, I think be more diligent and probably even more patient. So I think that those are the two advice I would give myself, my younger
Alright.
self.
Yeah, okay. And what you think? Who is your competitor in the market?
Right now, I don't think we have a competitor, and I think that sounds arrogant. But I think we're trying to do something different. Not because we're not trying to be arrogant. We're just trying to be different. We're trying to fulfill a need, provide as much choice to our customer, just make them happy. And I don't think any single brand is currently focused on that.
I loved your confidence. Obviously, that no one is there into your life. It's just amazing.
Not because they're not good. It's just that we think.
No,
something
definitely not. But
different.
Ekam is the best one. Ekam is the best. I really mean it.
Thank you very much.
So, like, what who would be that person in the world with whom you would like to go for the breakfast or the lunch with whom, who would be that person and why? And before that, I would like to say you that you would tag that person, okay, so that he
Wow.
or she should know that he is the lucky one.
He
So
or
who's that
she.
lucky
I
charm?
think it is a toss up. It is a toss up between Barack Obama and Kim Kardashian. I know they are like
Oh
two
my
different
God.
extremes,
That's
but I think one of the things that I admire about both of them is that they came out of nowhere. Like, you know, to become the president of the United States, and Kim Kardashian has built a $1 billion empire, which hopefully one day Ekam will also be.
Yeah, definitely, yes, definitely. And the last question, your message for today's youth.
I think there's no substitute for hard work. That's just it. I mean, whatever you do, it doesn't matter. If you're not an entrepreneur, be a scientist, be a architect, be a designer, whatever your strengths are, whatever your interests are. But there's just no shortcut to hard work. If you put in the hours, you will and try to be the best at what you
Definitely.
take up.
So I hope that this was great time with you enjoyed with us. It was a great time for you.
It was a big pleasure. It was lovely interacting with you.
So cheers to Ekam, and for Ekam वो कैंडल है जो खुद जल रही है पर दूसरों को राह दे रही है. So cheers to Ekam, और Ekam की खुशबू हर एक के दिलों में बस महकती रही, यही हमारी रेडियो अड्डा की तरफ से दुआ है. So best of luck for your future. I hope you get all the things you desire and you want, and it was just amazing to speak to you.
Thank you so much for your lovely words, and like they say, may up from your lips to the God's ears.
Thank you so much again. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
See you again in the
Thank you.
future. All right.
Bye.